All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off giving all praises, all blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered across the planet Earth, right? Diligently teaching this word in truth and in sincerity, especially in these days and times, all right? Risking their lives and livelihoods to do so. All right. Shalom to the sisters who watch and who learn as well. All right. Now, I'm, going, you know, uh, going in the spirit with this, with this video as I do with most videos, but really going to build with this video. All right. And, you know, um, there has been, so much going on in the last few days. All right, last 72 hours. All right. As far as with me. Okay, but you know um it's just just the normal demon, okay, demonic attacks. All right, because these demons, they're going to attack you. All right, and have you wanting to do things that's out of your nature. All right, and ultimately Esau is stepping up the pressure. All right, on these 2/3. See, um you know and that's a part, that's a part of this lesson that I wanted to touch on, is that in this truth, okay, and that's why you see what you're seeing on the screen. All right, um in this truth. All right, um faith is a major part, okay, of is an essential part, okay. Having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is an essential part of this truth. All right. Now, you know, well, let me just say, because I don't want people guessing and thinking. All right. So I'm just gonna put it out there, like, you know, uh, Friday, um, I was fired from my job, another job, and you know, I really didn't care, man. Working for Esau, or and I'd rather not. All right, but and I'm not taking it as a hard thing, okay? Because guess what, man? Hey, it's part of the game, man. All right, that you play in this place, man. All right, and uh, I let a coworker, all right, the same day, even after I knew that I was, fired. This lady asked me to borrow some money. All right, so she was like, it's payday. I'll pay it right back to you or whatever. So I didn't think, I just gave it to her. And so hours went by, and so she was like, then she began lying, saying that her check didn't come, and came up with a whole bunch of excuses. And so ultimately she didn't pay me the money, and you know and at that point, Jake really make you want to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, in my past, I was one of those individuals, man. Okay, rush to judgment, speedy to do things. All right. Now people know that they see it in your spirit. Okay. Uh, and that's what I did it knowing that hey, it's a possibility that this could happen. All right. And also, uh, I talked to this female. She's from um, she's a Simeonite. All right. Uh, she lives in the DR, but she's here. All right. And she asked me. She actually asked me before my coworker. For a substantial amount of money, and I'm like, I pretty much sent her off, like, I don't, which I sent her off, with, because she was like, "What, could you Zelle it?" I'm like, I don't got Zelle, I don't use Zelle, but I didn't really want to do it because, you know, uh, I knew that, that wasn't going, she wasn't going, pay you back. Once you have, a relationship with an individual, you know, uh, they're not going, don't ever loan, you loaning them money, man. They're gonna look at, it's gonna be, problems, all right, issues or whatever. And so I didn't, I didn't give it to her, but you know, my coworker, she still didn't, you know, give me the money back. She texted me and with with an excuse and said, she'd pay me back as soon as possible. And you know, it is what it is. And then, okay, on top of that, car problems. All right, a major, could be a major issue. All right, uh, with my vehicle, with my car or whatever. But um, and so you're gonna go through things in this truth. All right, and you know, then you go with the daily people that you talk to, and so they want to see where you're at, where your head is at, and what the direction that you'll go. Okay, and I try to stay within the law, statutes, and commandments as much as possible, which brings me to this point of the lesson, all right, or the discussion, right. Um, and let me get that scripture just came to mind, and that's good, man. Okay, because I hate to talk. All right, do the long talks, man. Now, once upon a time, I was all mouth, okay, but now it's more of the scriptures that come out, man. All right. So this is Psalms 143. No, Isaiah 63 and 14. All right. It says, as a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. Okay. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. All right. And so, you know, this lesson is targeted at you Israelites, that you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm not concerned with, with the other nations, with the heathen nations. All right. And if you are among those other nations, all right, and you believe, then maybe you are okay. If you're standing up for the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, then maybe you are an Israelite. I can't, I don't know you, okay? So, that, ultimately, if you're doing this work, then that's a testament, okay? That's a, hey. So, I was talking to a confidant, all right, a person who I talked to, he – and we basically talk about, 2/3 where their mind is, because the world is crazy. And again, my only concern are the Israelites. All right. I really don't concern myself with the heathen. All right. Here we go. All right. Every time you're doing a video. So anyway, uh, you know, 2/3 of our people, all right, uh, even though the Lord leads us, all right, we are led of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Whether you know it or not, like you'll have a person in the industry, Lil Durk. Okay, I'm gonna use him uh, for an example. Okay, the rapper Lil Durk, and uh, Little Durk. You know, he's an entertainer. He's a big marquee entertainer, and he has a lot of money. Just like Jay-Z. But Lil Durk just came to mind for some reason. All right, uh, but you know, an individual like that will look at what's going on with his life, and he will think that the Lord is dealing with him. Okay, he'll think that because of the things that he has in this life, where his life is now, the direction that he's going in, he'll think that the Most High Power has favor, is showing favor to him. Okay, and that's the way to Jake is, man. And that's that plantation Christianity mentality, all right, among our people. All right, they still, and especially with the Southern Kingdom, man, and Judah. Okay, got that house Negro complex, man. That serious house Negro complex, man. All right. Now, I always say that the world is about to end, man, and it trips people out, man, because that's my attitude. That's how I carry it. Okay, that's how I carry my life, man. I don't put nothing into this life like that, man. I do what I do, pursue what I pursue. All right, not trying to do too much, not trying to do too little. Just pretty much, move in this truth, push this truth, and you know stay out of the way, because you know how these demons act. Okay. One second. All right. And so anyway, um and so we try to keep ourselves away from certain situations. All right. So anyway, me and my the person who I talk to, we talk and discuss issues and topics a lot. And so the thing came up about uh sure, certain foods, because a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, there was a video that I did a video on. And the video, one second, 1 minute. All right. And so anyway, we were talking how, you know, you know, 2/3 of our people, and again, especially the Southern Kingdom, all right, uh, because there's no excuses. Our people like to make excuses, and the scriptures tell you that. Let me get that first, all right. Uh, get that first. All right. All right. This is Luke 14 and 18. It says, and they all with one consent began to make excuse. Okay. And that's what goes on with 2/3 of our people, man. Okay. When it comes to following, when it comes to recognizing, okay, I'm not even talking about following, okay, because this is not about following the laws, the statutes, and commandments, because we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, we follow Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and the laws, the statutes, and commandments are just that. Okay, so we don't follow that. Okay, those are things that we uh, try to adhere to and try to live by. All right. And so, our people, okay, because we are all born with, unless you don't have senses, all right. Most of us, we have the, taste, you know, vision, those people that are operating, that's why the scriptures say he with eyes that could see, he with ears who could hear. Okay. If you got a mouth, okay, let them see, let them hear, let them speak. Okay. We have senses. All right. We all, we die. Okay. And so what was the result of, Eve, receiving the apple? Okay. This, uh, the scriptures say apple, but we know that's a doctrine. Okay. Um, it didn't kill her right then and there. Okay. And so, it was accepting to her. Okay. Because she didn't die, as soon as she did it. All right. And so that's the way our people are. Okay. Our people make excuse. You know, you like shrimp, for instance, when it comes to shrimp, okay, I used to be all right, shrimp, man, okay. Shrimp all kind of ways. Barbecue, coconut, scampi, my thing was shrimp and scallops, okay? Shrimp and scallops, that was my main thing, okay? And both of which are unclean, okay? Both of which are unclean, according to the scriptures, all right? Um, and so, you know, when it comes to our people, okay, they always make an excuse. Again, Luke 14 and 18, and it says, and they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. Okay? Let's see. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen. Okay? I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. Okay? So our people, they like to come up with excuse, all right, and try to reason, all right. And we've been around Esau long enough. We've been, you got Jake with their MS BS degree, okay, doctor's degree, So Jake, you know, they know right from wrong, okay. They know right from wrong, and they understand okay, when they are going off. You know when you go off because you feel it. You feel it. It's not a when you're going off. It's not a good feeling when you're going off. Okay, until you become a maniac. Okay, and that's what you know. 2/3 of our people have you know. 2/3 of our people have decided that rebellion, okay, is better than compliance to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And so they decide to reason. Okay. Now, the discussion that me and my friend were having, okay, were about foods. Now, I could say that shrimp is bad for you. Okay. Pork is bad for you. All right. And, you know, 2/3 or Jake's main thing will be that, guess what? Let's see what my daddy says. Okay, daddy is Esau. All right, the so-called white man. All right, so you could just Google it, like which we did. Okay, and it says, is shrimp healthy or no? And the article says, is shrimp good for you? The short answer to this question is yes. Okay, the short answer is yes. Shrimp is good for you. So me, okay, saying and telling you, yeah, you shouldn't be eating shrimp. Okay, you shouldn't be eating the pork. Okay, well, guess what? The science, okay, the doctors, okay, they're gonna tell you that. Guess what? Yes, it's good. Okay, shrimp is full of nutrients and supports brain health and thyroid function. That's essential, while also serving as a source of omega-3 fatty acid. Okay? So shrimp, according to your daddy Esau, shrimp is good for you. Okay, now let's look at something else. Okay, 1 second.
As well as high quality protein. Adequately cooked pork can make an excellent part of a healthy diet.
Okay? This is what your daddy's gonna tell you. Okay? I just Googled, is pork good for you? It says pork is high in various healthy vitamins and minerals, as well as high quality protein. So we're telling you, through the scriptures that you're not supposed to eat it. Okay. But, your daddy, he's telling you that it's healthy. Okay. So, you have your good, then you have bad. Okay. And it says, consumption of pork is associated with a significant risk of several chronic conditions. Okay, all of these conditions plague you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They plague you like your skin color in Esau's kingdom. Okay? Diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and several types of cancer. Okay? So your daddy will tell you, okay, yeah, it's nutritional. But the thing is, it's going to kill you. Now, will it kill you as soon as you eat it? If you cook it with you may have a case where a person, you may, okay, I'm not saying there is, there may be a case of a person who may eat pork and died, okay? Maybe he choked, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just saying, I've never heard of a case of anyone eating pork and just dying as soon as they ate it, okay? But the consumption of that meat, okay, over, you know, over the years has been shown to have negative effects on the body. Now let me do shrimp. What word could I use?
According to Caviar Bar, those who are concerned with their heart health or blood pressure may avoid eating shrimp because of dietary cholesterol and high saturated fat. However, this
Okay, so you know, all right, Salakia. Man, as soon as you do a video, this is you get the bombardment. But okay, it made me ask this question: how is shrimp bad for you? All right. And this, don't get frustrated because this is, of course, this is not a something for the elect, because the elect is not eating shrimp and eating pork, but you know some of the elect who don't know that the elect, that they are of the elect, maybe they are doing these things, all right. And if you are doing these type of things and indulging in this is going off, okay? And spiritually, it's going off. Now you don't want, you know, uh the worst part of, this indulgence to happen to you, because as you can see, like with the pork, it has the diabetes. You don't want to, feel the effects of, the bad, what happens when your diabetes, when you have an attack with those things, all right? Heart attacks, strokes, all right? Uh, says those who are concerned with their heart health or blood pressure, okay, may avoid eating shrimp because of dietary cholesterol and high saturated fat. All right? Shrimp is high in cholesterol. Shrimp often gets a bad rap for its high cholesterol content. And again, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you lead the world in a bad heart health, health, uh, you know, problems. Okay, and it's because of what? It's because of your diet. All right, it's because of your diet. All right, um, the things that you eat. Uh, and so, Jake knowing this, okay, like you had, Jake knowing this will still make an excuse, okay? Because look, just like, they'll say this,
according to Harvard Health, red and processed meats do increase health risks. WHO says that an accumulated body of evidence shows a clear link between high intake of red and processed meats and a higher risk for heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and premature death. The evidence is consistent across different studies, he says. According to Healthline, being rich in high-quality protein and many vitamins and minerals, lamb can be an excellent component of a healthy diet.
Okay, but the bad thing says lamb typically has more saturated fat, okay, which can raise your levels of bad cholesterol, putting you at a higher risk of cardiovascular uh, disease. All right. So, you know, Jake will ultimately what I'm saying is, Jake will make the argument to do anything that they want to do. Okay. That they want to do. And so, you know, again, this world is a theater, all right, or a chessboard, okay, and we're just pieces on the Most High's chessboard, man, okay. Just like you have your pawn piece in the game of chess, all right. Um, and those are, sometimes those may be pieces that you sacrifice, okay. So 2/3 of our people are just meant to be sacrificed, okay. And so the lesson for you hopeful elect are, just like I was telling you, I've last 72 hours were hellish for me, okay. Doesn't mean that I'm in hell, okay. Well, I am in hell, okay, but not the hell that the IUIC teaches about, okay, because there's no such place as a hell below, and most people know that, all right. Most people know there's no hell below, all right. Hell is where we are now, okay. It's where you are now. One second. Okay, so here are some scriptures that men, that you know let me get them. Let's get a good understanding of this word, okay, of the word reason. Okay, surely I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with God. Okay, but ye are forgers of lies. Okay, and that's what a doctor is. A doctor means to doctor. Okay, falsify. Okay, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. So let's look at this word reason. All right. This word reason, yaka. Okay, yaka. All right. I didn't. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Go back. Please don't. Oh, good.
Strong's H 3198. Yachach. Yachach.
Okay. Justify. Okay. Appoint, argue, chasten, convince, dispute, judge, maintain, plead, reason together, rebuke, reprove, surely in any wise. All right. So, he's not trying to rebuke the Most High. All right. So, of course, he would mean reason with. All right. And so, the Most High puts us where we are to be in this world. And we have to understand, just like Jonah, all right, he was, trying to escape, okay, and ended up in the belly of a very large fish, okay, which was literally, he was really in the belly of a big large fish, okay. And there are fish that you can actually be, they have some big grouper. Now, grouper is a delicious fish, man. Okay, I love fish, man. Grouper, red snapper, okay. But, red snapper get big, but a red snapper doesn't get as big as a grouper, okay. So you have fish that are big enough to swallow a man, okay. And a lot of people don't understand how a man can survive. Well, the scientists understand, but let me explain it to you. All right. Because a lot of you never even cleaned the fish, so you don't understand what's inside of a fish. All right. So I've cleaned thousands of fish. I know. Yeah. Okay. So,
According to Pond Aquarium Problem Solver, what are the fish doing? Labored swimming. Listing, leaning, swimming on side or back. Not eating. And unable to swim upright, sinks to bottom or floats to top, unable to maintain buoyancy.
okay. Because that happens. Okay. When you see a fish doing that, that's because of its swim bladder. Okay, the swim bladder, gas bladder, fish maw, or air bladder is an internal gas-filled organ that contributes to the ability of many bony fish to control their buoyancy and thus to stay at their current water depth without having to expend energy in swimming. Okay, so all it is, it's a big pillow of air. Okay? It's a big pillow of air inside of the fish. All right. And, when Jonah was swallowed by the fish, all right, you know, he may have ended up, he could have ended up in the intestine. All right. But it's, just so happened that he ended up in the area where, that swim bladder was basically at. Okay. Because people will be like, oh, how did he, okay. So a fish has a big chamber within him that is full of air. Okay. And there are secrets in the scriptures. All right. Because, recently there was a bust at O'Hare Airport here in Chicago, where they had $2 million. They seized $2 million in fish bladders. Okay, now where do you hear about a fish bladder? Being healthy. Okay, people don't understand. Okay, a lot of the science comes out of the scriptures. All right, let me see. A lot of science and medical stuff are contained in the Bible, and you're not going to get that everywhere else. All right. Let's see. Because the fish liver, all right. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm not gonna look for it. All right, but I believe there was a story where where someone used a fish liver, okay, or bladder. Let me see. I thought it was the bladder of the fish for eye salve. All right. Let me see. It was some type of oil from the or bladder from the fish. But anyway, uh, yeah, I can't find it. I'm not gonna spend too much time looking for it. But uh, we are placed in places where we need to be, even though it may on the outside it may seem difficult to want to be in that place. To you, you might not want to be in that place or in that situation. Okay, but you have to trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai that He has placed you in that position in wherever you are. Okay, He's placed you there not for your destruction. Okay, but to ultimately deliver you. All right. To ultimately deliver you. So, you have examples of that. I believe even with Jonah, Jonah was covered by something, and then the sun shined on it, and it was giving him um, cover from the sun. All right, shade from the sun. All right. Let me get some scriptures. Matter of fact. All right. This is Psalms 5:8. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make my way straight before my face. Okay. And so that's what we ask for, man. You don't want to be led down the same path that, an individual like, who I used early, Little Dirk. Okay. You don't want to go down that path. Okay. That road that he's going down. Okay. Oh, man. This is not going to stop. All right. Psalms 27:11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine adversaries. We're surrounded by the adversary, man. No matter what you try to do or where you think you are, I feel sorry. I'm gonna say sorry, but you see individuals, especially in the industry, man, and to have riches like that and not be able to enjoy them fully. They're not enjoying, that wealth, man, as you may think, man. They're doing things, but you know, this devil is ready to pounce, man. Look at the guy John Morant, man. John Morant, man. Check him out. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. Okay. So the NBA suspended Memphis Grizzly guard John Morant for 25 games, which that's $7.6 million. Okay. After a second alleged gun incident, here's what league executives and scouts, all right? You know, you mean to tell me this man has made it through whatever he's made it through in life, and because he can't even be himself. He can't even be himself. He has to lose touch with who he is now because of what? And then you got niggas, okay? You got 2/3. Oh, he's a fool. He's done. And that's the reality. That's the Lord has put them where they're going to be, setting them up okay, to be taken like the pawn, okay? Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine adversaries. And just, it's okay. Okay? Let me see. Okay, Psalms 125:5. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, let me read that again. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, those people who want to continue to, eat the shrimp, eat the pork, do what they do, do what they see in the world do. Okay? The Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. Okay? But peace shall be upon Israel. Okay? So peace is going to be upon the elect, man. Peace is going to be upon the elect. While the rest of these individuals, man, they're going to, they're going to get the same thing as the workers of iniquity, as these Edomites. These Edomites are destroying the earth. That's why, they tell you, you can't eat fish that are in the lake or in the river because they may say, oh, it has a high mercury. Who's dumping the mercury? Who's putting the mercury in there? Okay? Who's putting all these chemicals in the water? Esau. He's making it harder because he doesn't want you to eat from the earth, man. He doesn't want, see it rains. See, the Lord constantly cleans, but Esau is trying to make things harder for you. And then you go and you believe this guy, man. Okay? And you go eat his farm raised, you know, and you have medical issues and medical problems. You go to his parties and you come out with STDs or whatever, man. Okay? You go work with him and, you think it's just work and he stresses you out until you have a stroke. Okay? So, this was just a quick lesson. Okay? The Lord is placing you where you ought to be. Most, I really don't have a title for this lesson. Okay? I just wanted to really get some things off of my chest. All right? But, and Lord willing, you are edified. If you're going through this, if you have to deal with people, you're going to have to deal with people. You're talking with people who are going to be like, well, you see this, you talking about the pork, but the beef is bad. The cow ain't no prettier than the pig, and a whole lot of other madness. Just know that the Lord, okay, the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Okay. He has, this is his chessboard, man. This is his chessboard. And he has the pawns going all the way back to the royal row, okay, which would be the elect. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna end it there. Till next time, Shalom.